Hello friends, welcome to my channel. So today we are going to do the chapter motion of class 9 CBSE. So what we are going to do in this session, first we will take in chapter motion, then we will do two types of motion, uniform motion and non-uniform motion. Then third topic will be displacement. Other topics of this chapter will be covered in the next sessions. So let's begin. What is motion? Motion is the change of position of an object over time. So let's see that an object is at A, then he moves to the object at position B. So this shows that an object has covered a distance of 5 meters from point A to point B, showing that it has gone further away from point A, so shows that it has moved. So this is motion. Now now let's study two types of motion. There are two types of motion, uniform and non-uniform motion. First, uniform motion. When an object travels an equal distance and in an equal interval of time, means when an object is moving at the same interval of distance, interval of time and same distance. Like from point A to point B, the object moves in 10 meters in 1 second. Then point B to point C again 10 meters in 1 second. This shows that it has covered 20 meters in 2 seconds. Since both the time and distance traveled is equal, this shows that it is in uniform motion. But in case of non-uniform motion, the distance travel will not be equal every time, but the interval will be equal. Like it has traveled 10 meters in the first second, then 30 meters in 2 seconds, then again 40 meters in 3 seconds, and so on. This shows that an object is not moving equal distance in an equal interval of time. With every second increasing, the object is moving at different speed and having different distance, traveling different distance, showing that it is not moving in uniform motion. So here's all. Now let's see two types of quantities, scalar and vector. Scalar quantities are those quantities which require only magnitude for complete description. For example, speed, time, pressure, etc. Do you ever think, do you think we ever use direction with time, pressure, or speed? But vector quantities are those quantities which require magnitude as well as direction for complete description. In case of displacement, we need direction in which the object is moving, so it's the least traveled or the shortest distance. In case of the velocity, we are using displacement, which is vector quantity. So will also be a vector quantity. So this is the reason why different quantities are having different type of explanation. So let's move. Displacement. So it's the measure of the shortest distance between the initial and final position of the object. Let's say an object move point A. Let's see. Yes. Then object moves from A to B, which is 4 meters. Then B to C, which is 3 meters. But the total distance will be 7 meters. But in case we have to find the shortest distance, the shortest distance will be from A to C directly. But for finding A to C, we will use the Pythagoras theorem, which states then base square plus perpendicular square equals to hypotenuse square. Now we will be using this theorem and we will put the values in this theorem. So in this base will be 4, so 4 square plus perpendicular means 3 square equals to h square. I will continue this equation. So it will be under root 16 plus 9, which will be under root 15 or 25, sorry, equals to h. This gives us value h equals to 5 meters. Means since uh, 5 meters is less, it shows that it is the displacement, which is the shortest distance which can be traveled from A to C. Instead of going to all the way from A to B, then going to C, we are just taking a short distance which is 5 meter instead of going all the way of 7 meters. Okay, now let's see some questions. In exam, most of the times, like in the unit test, we get the question difference between distance and displacement. But most of the time, students get only 2 to 3 points on this. So here are some points which you can use in exam and get better marks. So distance. It is the measure of the total path traveled. And displacement, it is the shortest distance between the initial point and the final point. You can also use this point in a definition to make it more effective, and it is also easy to learn. So in distance, it is always greater or equal to the displacement. And displacement, it is always less or equal to the displacement. Because if the distance is less than the displacement, how can the displacement will follow its definition? That's why. And distance is a scalar quantity. It doesn't need direction to give its complete description. But in case of displacement, we need it to be vector quantity because it is needing direction for finding the shortest distance. If we go in opposite direction, then it won't be the shortest distance. That's why. The distance can have multiple values, like from going from A to B, it can go this, or go from this. But the displacement will always be equal. That is why it is always having unique value. Distance, it can only be expressed in either positive or zero, and displacement, its value can be expressed in any type of integer value. So here is an interesting question for you. An aeroplane is flying at the height of 2 kilometers with a speed of 700 kilometers per hour. A packet is dropped from the plane, taking 10 seconds to reach the ground. Calculate the displacement of the point of strike from the point of drop. This is the point of drop, and this is the point of strike. So you have to find the total distance between the point of drop and point of strike. So who are able to find the answers, please write the answer in the comment. And if you don't get the answer, you will surely get the answer in the next session. If you like this video, please consider subscribing, share, like, and comment. Thank you all. That's all for today's session. Bye.